Hello Divine community. I'm here at a lake called Sticksjön. Go away lake, no, just kidding. Sticksjön, near where I live in Sundsvall. Filming a little winter picture. It's a project that I have that I will film some beautiful winter landscapes and put them together in a mix and some music in the background. I might put it up on my channel if there's an interest there for it. But pretty beautiful, isn't it? And today is one of these beautiful winter days. The sun is shining and the snow is glittering, and people this Sunday is out skiing. I see some people here skating, and there were people walking, either power walking or they walking the dog or something like that, because it's a very beautiful day and people, it's a couple of days, it's a couple of degrees cold, 5 to 10 degrees cold, and it's really beautiful winter day, so people wants to be outside. And I thought it was a good idea to shoot my next video here. I noticed that some VC members have put up their videos with goals for the collection for 2017, and I felt like I'm not going to be worse either. So I'm going to do a little summary of the goals that I have for my VC channel and my collection for 2017. Maybe take you on a little walk. It's very hard to find a place to actually film here in peace, because it appears that all of Sundsvall's community, all people in Sundsvall had joined hands and decided that let's go outside to Sticksjön and walk, because it's so many people passing by, and I can't stand and film in the middle here in front of everybody. In case someone thinks that I'm not talking to the telephone. I thought it was a good idea to put out some goals for my collecting in 2017. There's a lot of people who have done that, and normally I do that. Try to put up goals for my year. Not necessarily just my record collecting, but for other stuff as well. My personal life and so on. And I think this is the first time that I'm documenting it on camera. But there are a lot of stuff that I wish for 2017. Among others, I wish to travel a little bit more to find records. I had a really great time filming those travels to Stockholm and to Hudiksvall that I've done, and putting it together, and really satisfied with those movies. So that is why I feel like I want to do that again. Travel a little bit more for records. I guess I have a goal for my life, that is to go on a train ride around Sweden one summer, just relaxing and shop for records. Maybe just relaxing at cafes, go in museums and so on. So maybe this is a little step to that goal also, to travel a bit more to find records. So that is one of my goals. I want to be a little bit more secure when I'm buying records this year. A little more careful with what I'm buying. Last year I bought a lot of records. It was I think it was some kind of a new personal records. 2011 was one year where I bought insane with the records. It was totally insane with how many records I bought that year. But I think this year was 2016 was even worse or better, matter how to see it. I know that James Griffith had as a New Year's resolution that he wanted to buy less records. I'm not going to do New Year's resolution because I don't do New Year's resolutions, because I know that sooner or later I won't be able to keep it, and I think it's not my thing to do it. But I put up goals, and my goal is to be not to do that much blind buys when it comes to full lengths. Singles, I have nothing against doing blind buys if the singles are cheap enough. But when it comes to records, a little more secure with what I'm buying, that I really want this one. Even I do have some little trouble with space every now and then. One other goal, to find Chicago's Transit Authority during this year. I really want that record, and this year I want it. I'm also going to do a culling of old records. It's a bit harder every year. It's harder for every year to do a culling of records, because hard to find records that you really don't think was all that great. Those I already given away, but I'm going to try to do as cull as good as I can this year also, of course. I've already done a culling among the 7-inch pop singles. I want more cult classics on singles, and maybe on albums as well. Baraka P. Dub has shown a whole lot of great obscure records in his series that I have many times felt me want. And I want more. I love, as many of you have understood, this kind of records that are so weird and so dumb that you wonder what the hell were they thinking of when they did this. And I want more of those, but it's hard to find here in Sweden, so that is why I haven't been showing them all too much, but I want more of those. I'm going to try to push more on 78s this year, jazz records on 78s. Try to buy a new 78 record player, a small one that I can have in my record room along with the others record players, and buy and listen to more 78s. I'm a little way behind when it comes to listening to CDs. Maybe because it's very easy to put on a vinyl when the vinyl player is just right beside me. But I feel like I've been a little bit behind on listening to the new CD records that I'm buying, so I'm going to be a whole lot better of that this year. I'm going to try to be more open to new music, not necessarily music from the top charts. I mean, it's impossible for me to be more open to Taylor Swift and stuff like that, but there's a lot of new bands that releases records that never will be discovered here in Sweden, and there's a lot of old artists that releases good music that I feel like never is being played in Swedish radio, and be more open to newer music than I have before. I'm also going to be open to newer jazz recordings that are newer than the 50s. I think many of you have realized that my strength when it comes to jazz is from 1959 and back. After that, I'm not all that good, but I'm going to be more open to newer jazz recordings in classic jazz style. I don't feel that I'd have what it takes to listen to free jazz, avant-garde jazz and so on, but newer jazz recordings in classic jazz style I'm going to be better of. And I'm going to find more records that are being recommended by you subscribers and friends on the vinyl community. You recommend a whole lot of good music, and I have a whole lot of hard time finding them here in Sweden, and I want to find more of those records that I think you have shown and that I think is so great. So those are my goals for my record collection. When it comes to my vinyl community channel, I celebrate my 3rd year at vinyl community. I think it's my 3rd year. 2014 I started, if I'm not wrong. But my 3rd year this year, and it's very interesting. I met a whole lot of interesting persons here. No one mentioned, no one forgotten. It's a lot of guys that I follow and that I have nice conversations in the comment sections with. So it's going to be very interesting to continue with vinyl community this year. And I hope to be able to do at least one contest during this year. I'm a little bit bad on that. I done a thread once in my 1986 video, and I'm hoping to do a contest. Depends on money and so on. I mean, it costs a lot to send stuff all over the world, and find prices that people really want. That is also very hard, since I'm buying very much of second-hand stuff. So and so on. But I hope to be able to do a contest during this year. I'm going to do more outdoor filming. I'm really getting interested in this, to be able to go out here and just do this kind of movie and so on. And it goes a little bit hand in hand with my next goal, and that is to film more from cities where I'm looking for records. It is also very close to what I mentioned before, to travel more for records. To do more of these travel videos, I feel is very fun to do, and to see the result of when it's all said and done. So that is my goal, to mix both filming at home and filming outside. And I feel that response for my outdoor videos have been really good, so it's going to be fun to do more outdoor videos. I hope to do that also. And of course, I have a lot of projects that is ongoing. My 10 from 1, when I list 10 best songs for one decade. I have the 70s, 80s, 90s, and, if someone is interested, the 00s left. So hopefully I will do that. Hopefully, my goal is to finish that and to 10 from 1 series. More year celebrations and so on. More vinyl CD updates. Get more into discussions about stuff that it mentions in the VC. Maybe that is also something. So those are my goals. Now I'm going to continue to film a bit here, and we see each other the next time. And I hope until then that you all have a really nice week. And until next time, take care, YouTube and vinyl community. See ya.